So who is the father of our country? George Washington. What about who was the first president?
George
Washington.
Good. George Washington. Very good. So both of these questions have the same answers, but they are asked differently. But they're still asking for the same thing because the father of our country is also the same person as the first president. Okay? So both of these questions have the same answer. Or same like, who is on the dollar bill?
The president.
George Washington.
George Washington.
He was a president and he's on the dollar bill. Okay, let's keep going. Also, who was president during World War I?
Woodrow
Wilson.
Good. Woodrow Wilson. So if you hear who and World War I, a president during World War I, we're looking for a president's name. And his name is Woodrow Wilson. Woodrow Wilson. Okay, same of, and there's another one. Who was president during the Great Depression and World War II?
Franklin Roosevelt.
Good. Franklin Roosevelt. So now this one, it can get confusing because there's World War I and World War II. But World War II, the president's name, Franklin Roosevelt. Also at the same time of World War II, we had the Great Depression. So that's how you can help to tell the difference between the presidents and the question, because this question asks about the Great Depression and World War II. That was Franklin Roosevelt. Good, let's see now. So this one we've got, who is the governor of your state now? So let's start with my Wisconsin students. Who's the governor?
Tony Evers.
Tony Evers. Good, because the governor is the leader of the state. What about, so then Mimi, you are in Indiana. What is the governor of your state? Or sorry, who is the governor of your state?
Eric Holcomb.
Okay, let me see. I don't know how to spell his name. Indiana. Okay, yeah, Eric Holcomb. Good.
Teacher, I don't know my state.
Sure, here, I can look it up for Washington. This answer will be different depending on your state. So the state of Washington, your governor is Jay Inslee.
Jay Inslee.
Jay Inslee. Good. And Joe 9, you live in Texas. Who is your governor?
George Bush, right?
Josh Fork? Okay, yeah. Let me check. Okay, oh, or the Texas governor is Greg Abbott.
Oh, Greg Abbott. Yeah.
Greg Abbott. So that is, so governors, the answer, we have lots of different people from different states here. So the answer will depend on your state. So like if I said, Demele, who is the governor of your state now? What would you say?
Tony Evers.
Good, Tony Evers, very good. Or Matan Darso, who is the governor of your state now?
Tony Evers.
Good. Joe 9, who is the governor of your state now?
Greg Abbott.
Good. Navy, who is the governor of your state?
Jay Inslee.
I'm sorry.
Okay, that's okay. And Mimi, who is the governor of your state?
Eric Holcomb.
Good. Sante, who is the governor of your state?
Tony Evers.
Good, good. So all of these about the governor will depend on your state because the governor is a leader for a state. Okay, let's keep going. What about, oh yeah, and then this one, so let's start with Wisconsin. Who is one of your state's U.S. senators now?
Ron Johnson.
Good, yeah, you could say Ron Johnson.
Yeah.
Good. What about, does anyone know what her name is, the female?
Yes, this one. Tammy Baldwin.
Good. Tammy Baldwin. And students, how many governors does each state have? Or sorry, how many senators does each state have?
Two.
Two. Good. The question only asks for one, so it's okay to just name one of the two. Okay, let's go. Mimi, do you know the Indiana senators?
Tang Yao. TODD. I don't know how to say it.
Okay.
Young.
What? Oh, Todd Young. Good.
Tang Yao.
Okay. Good. And Joe 9, do you know, oh, sorry. Do you know one of the Texas senators?
I know John Kerry. John Kerry.
John Kerry, I think he's a senator for a different state. Texas, I know there's, sorry, there's, you're right, John, I thought you were saying someone else. John Cornyn?
Yeah, John Cornyn.
John Cornyn, good. Okay, and then, let's see, Navy, do you know a senator from Washington?
I don't know, teacher.
That's okay, we can look it up. Let's see, Washington. Okay, so there's two, so you could say Patty Murray or Maria.
Patty Murray.
Or Maria, let me move this over. Maria Cantwell.
Maria Campbell.
So again,
I have two, right, teacher? I have two.
yes, you have two, but you only have to remember one.
Okay.
So you can just pick the one that's easier for you to remember.
Marie Campbell.
Maria Cantwell.
Yeah.
Good. So let's see. Banu Ibrahim, who is one of your state's U.S. senators now?
Ron Johnson.
Good. And let's see. Joe Tun, who is one of your state's U.S. senators now?
Tammy Baldwin.
Good. Let's see. Mimi, who is one of your state's senators now?
Me?
Yes. Mhm.
Thang Yang.
Good. Navy, who is one of your state's U.S. senators now?
Maria Canberra.
Joe 9, who's one of your state's senators now?
John Coney. Yeah. John
Good.
Coney.
And then, let's see, also, Kasim, who is one of your state's U.S. senators now?
Ron Johnson.
Good. So again, this question, the answers will change depending on your state. Okay, let's keep going. And this one is the same for everyone. Who is the Chief Justice of the United States?
John Robert.
John Robert.
Robert.
Good. This one? John Robert.
Robert.
Good. So when you hear Chief Justice, who is Chief Justice? We're talking about John Roberts.
Yes.
Good. What, and the very last, who wrote the Declaration of Independence?
Thomas Jefferson.
Thomas Jefferson.
Good. Thomas Jefferson. Good. So when we're talking, there's a few different questions about the Declaration of Independence, but when asking about who wrote it, we would talk about Thomas Jefferson. Because again, we're asking for a name of a person. Good. Okay, also, who questions can be asked as, what is the name? So when a question asks for a name, they are asking about a person. So even though it starts with what, because it's asking for a name, to give information about a name, we're still asking about a person. So to look at an example of this,
Karen.
yeah, if I said, what is the name of the teacher of this class, what would you say?
Karen.
Good.
Karen.
Teacher Caitlin.
Karen.
Teacher Caitlin.
Teacher Karen.
So this question, what is the name of the teacher of this class? It's the same as asking, who is the teacher of this class? Another example of this would be if I said, Banu Mamot, what is your name?
My name is Banu Mahmood.
Good. So again, even though these questions start with what, because they're asking about a name, we're still asking about a person. So now we'll look at some examples of this in the 100 questions. So what is the name of the President of the United States now?
Joe Biden.
Good, Joe Biden. So again, this question doesn't ask who is the president, but because it asks what is the name, it's still asking for his name, Joe Biden. Or what about, oops, sorry. What is the name of the Vice President of the United States now?
Kamala Harris.
Kamala Harris.
Kamala Harris.
Good, Kamala Harris.
Kamala.
So again, it's asking what is the name. It's asking for Kamala Harris. Good. Or this one. What is the name of the Speaker of the House of Representatives now?
Nancy
Nancy
Pelosi.
Pelosi.
Good. Nancy
Pelosi.
Pelosi.
Lucy.
Now again, these answers will be the same for everyone.
Yes.
Okay, so now let's practice. So I'll ask people different questions and we'll take turns answering. Okay, so let's see. Sheme,
Yes.
who is the father of our country?
George Washington.
Let's see. Banu Ibrahim, who was the first president?
Joe Biden.
This one, who was the first president?
President.
George Washington.
George Washington.
George Washington. Good. Let's see. Joe Tun, who was president during World War I?
Woodrow Wilson.
Good. Let's see. And then Sante, who was president during the Great Depression and World War II?
Franklin Roosevelt.
Good. Matan Darso, who is the governor of your state now?
John.
Governor.
Evers. I forgot.
Yes. Tony
Tony Evers. Tony
Good.
Evers.
Good. Mimi, who is the governor of your state now?
Eric Holcomb.
Navy, who is one of your state's U.S. senators now?
Maria Canwell.
Joe 9, who is one of your state's U.S. senators now?
John Coney. John Coney.
Good. And Demele, who is one of your state's U.S. senators now?
The U.S. Senator
For Wisconsin.
is it Tommy Baldwin?
Yes, Tammy Baldwin. Good. Okay, let's see. And Banu Mamot, who is the Chief Justice of the United States?
Nancy Pelosi.
Oh, that one, that's the Speaker of the House.
Oh, sorry.
That's okay.
Kamala Harris.
That is the Vice President. This one, Chief Justice, is from the Supreme Court. So I'll ask Kasim, do you know?
I know.
Okay, answer.
That's okay. Maybe you can answer.
John Robert.
Good. John Roberts. So that is the Chief Justice. Let's see. Sheme, who wrote the Declaration of Independence?
Jun Jay.
Thomas Jefferson.
Thomas Jefferson.
Good. You're thinking of the Federalist Papers.
Yeah. The federally is Jun Jay. Sorry,
Good.
teacher.
That's okay. And okay, Kasim, what is the name of the President of the United States now?
Joe Biden.
Joe Biden. Good. And Banu Mamot, what is the name of the Vice President of the United States now?
Kamala Harris.
Good, Kamala Harris. And Joe Tan, what is the name of the Speaker of the House of Representatives now?
Nancy Pelosi.
Nancy Pelosi. Good. So those are some of the who questions when we're talking about important people for their names to remember for the 100 questions. Does anyone have any questions about those?
No.
No.
Nope.